The sample of the module. Am I still heard, Sir Men?
Yes, ma'am.
Mamadin, okay lang. Madugdan ko. Thank you, ma'am. A sample of the module. Okay, so
Again, Ma'am Debs, you are heard loud and clear.
thank you, sir. Akong now, makita pa.
Oh, guwapa kay ma'am. I like your painting at the back.
Yan. Ma'am Sheila Alemania, the painting that she loved. Nana, sir,
Yes,
na-show
ma'am.
na. So, is it clear?
Clear,
Like,
ma'am.
hindi anak ko siya.
Ay, Ma'am Debs.
Yes,
Kanay,
sir.
unsay color sa mo ang kanang box ko sa grade 6? Green? Blue man to last time sa junior.
Sa senior, sir, kay black.
Black, black. Okay.
Black.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sige, asa
Hello,
na?
hello, ma'am. And Debs.
Black mo, Obre?
Murag sa English, ma'am, kay light blue tatanan, ma'am. Kay per learning area ang color coding.
Ang katulad senior high school, unsa man to?
Murag by learning area ang ano, ang
Learning
color
area.
coding. Oo. So sa English, ang naka-assign sa English is light blue.
Sige. Akong i-check, Ma'am Aubrey, because last night, nag-check ko na senior high school dito nga black. So, because namanggoy MIL, which is English related, but not English. Og e-text. Sige, akong i-review ha karon after this.
Sige po.
Okay. Okay, asa na to? Ako ang presentation na-cast na akong presentation, Sir Men.
Yes, ma'am. English quarter 1, module 1, idiomatic expression.
Klaro or padakaan pa na ako?
Klaro man siya, ma'am.
Sige. Okay. So, this is now the sample module. As to the color, i-check na ko kay ang English is green. Pero I have to check with senior high school. Ang akong nabasahan magud kagabi is black. Pero anyway, I will just check on it. So, this is now the module. Okay, so according to Ma'am Aubrey, she has discussed that earlier, the international sabon. Quarter 1, Module 1, Idiomatic Expressions. I would like to credit the writer of this module, Ma'am Janice Abrea, who is also our ABM module writer sa LRMDS Division Office. And so with Ma'am Aubrey Pud. And the illustrator for this is Ma'am Ivory Joanne Tambala. So for the sake of today's presentation, I have modified this module, adding some activities to fit into the parts of the new template, because when Ma'am Janice wrote this module, we were then using the old format, for old ADM format. So I have to add some activities for the sake of today's discussion in the context of the new ADM format. Salamat, Ma'am Janice. Salamat, Ma'am Ivory Tambala. So, I have also revised this module na to fit in with the planning worksheet that I have discussed with you earlier. Okay, so that's it. So we don't have to change this one because, again, that is a template for uniformity. So, discussed na po na earlier. So these are the icons that were discussed earlier. Here. So what I need to know, let's start with what I need to know, because we have discussed in our planning worksheet that in this part, we are going to write the learning competency and the specific objectives found in the module. So great day to you, learner. In this module, you will learn a short introduction about what students are going to learn in this module. And these are the specific activities, these are the specific objectives that students will learn in this module. Now let's go to what I need to know. We said that in what I need to know, this is a pre-test. So uh, as planned in the planning worksheet, there will be 10 multiple choice questions that will allow students to infer the meaning of the idiomatic expressions or the underlying idiomatic expressions. Mali ni siya kay sa science baya ni siya nga question akong gigamit no sa origin. No, tama di ay pero one question lang ni siya or two questions I mean. Then let's go to what's in sa lesson 1 here. Please add introduction also. Every day in our lives we use idioms. Being able to determine or decipher its meaning is very important for effective communication. So here, let us try to tell the students why the skill is important for them to learn. It's very important for effective communication. So you can have one paragraph for this or two paragraphs. Then let's move on to what's in. We said that in what's in, this is a review. So this is a review. So the activity is what do you mean? What do you mean? So look closely at the picture. This is very conversational. What does the father mean when he said it's raining cats and dogs? Does he mean that cats and dogs are falling from the sky? So the tone is very conversational. Can you still remember how these words or expressions are called? Yes, these are called idiomatic expressions. We will learn more of these expressions and how to get their meaning as we move on to the different activities in this module, conversational. So let's move on to what's new. What's new is introducing the lesson in different ways. So remember sa first activity natin, meron tayong picture analysis. Sa second, in introducing the lesson in our planning worksheet, we said that we are going to use a dialogue. So merong dialogue. So, and since there are difficult words, so nag-unlock muna si teacher. No? Naggawa muna siya ng activity to unlock difficult words. And so, this is now the dialogue. So the title of the activity is A Helping Hand. This is now the dialogue. Okay. And then did you find the idioms in the dialogue? Very, and then activity after that, because we said in our planning worksheet, dapat ma-infer ni student yung mga idiomatic expression, ang meaning ng mga idiomatic expressions. What's it? We said that sa what's it natin, there will be two activities that, so what's it? That is the discussion. Make a discussion on the idiomatic expressions. No? Found in the reading selection. So here, gumawa si ma'am ng structure for students to understand the concept better. Illustration, I mean. So this is an illustration that will help students understand the concept better. Let's move on to what's more. In our planning sheet, we planned to have two activities for this. We have inching forward. So we said doon sa planning worksheet natin, dapat merong comic strip. Ito na yung comic strip where students will infer the meaning of the idiomatic expression. And another activity. No? So that's infer the meaning. You can have another activity if you want. So that is a graphic organizer and a comic strip. What I have learned, this is the generalization part. So here, students will just complete statements about what they have learned on idioms. And again, depending on your learning competency, no, pwede rin magpagawa kayo ng journal entries for students to show what they have learned. No? That could also be used. And then for what I can do, this is now application. So here, merong song dito, and then merong graphic organizer. Students will identify the idioms found on the song and write the meaning on the second column of the graphic organizer, which is a teacher. And that is real life. Real life talaga yun kasi totoo talagang merong idioms ang mga songs. For assessment, that is, we have planned a multiple choice question of 10 items kasi key stage 2 ito. Pero sa senior high, dapat 15 items. And again, to reiterate, you can have paper pencil test. You can also have authentic types of assessment, but let us make sure to provide rubrics for that and for any activity that we do. Okay. And for the additional activities, this is also very important. Here, the students are going to infer the meaning of the idiomatic expressions which are in bold face. And the key answers and the references. So if we will review our module, we have a variety of activities. Okay, so if you have questions, just type your